welcome to YHELPtalks with Taylor. Today we are with Kelly Wells, a high school special education teacher and case manager, talking to us about back to school. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
So tell us about yourself.
Like you said, I'm a special education teacher in a high school in Prince William County. I've been teaching for about 9 years, and I really enjoy what I do.
And how should a student mentally prepare for going back to school?
So this past year and the year before have been really challenging, and I think the first thing that everyone should do is just take a breath and spend some time enjoying their summer. I think that's really important for mental health, not to stress too much about what school is going to be like next school year. But we were in the building for a part of the school year this year, and I can give some advice that speaks to what it's going to be like in the building. I'm not 100% sure if there's still going to be a mask mandate, but I can say that Prince William County Schools has done an amazing job with just making sure that everyone is safe and healthy, keeping all of the spaces sanitized and clean. And so I think they should just be prepared to come back in the school building and expect school to be semi-normal. The teachers are really excited to have students back in the building. We're ready for them. I'm sure they're going to have amazing lessons planned because they haven't, had the chance to do all the exciting things they want to do. We've been on Zoom and doing, hybrid classes and things like that. So we're really excited to have kids back in person and to just jump back in where we left off. So I think it's going to be semi-normal. There shouldn't be much to stress about. But if you want to prepare, I would just say, kind of research what's going to be happening in your exact county, wherever you are. Look on, their county website closer to the beginning of the school year, because most states are lifting a lot of the, protocols that they had in place. So just researching that, and then just being prepared as far as having your school supplies ready and all those things. And then just coming in and being ready to learn. I think everyone is going to be really excited to just kind of get back and have a normal school year after 2 years of not.
For virtual students, what are safety protocols for returning in person?
So this school year, the safety protocols were that everyone had to wear a mask inside the building, and that's still in as of right now. There are 3 feet distancing in the classroom. It used to be 6, but they lessened it a little bit. And so the desks are pretty spread out. There's no touching. They try to keep everyone, when friends see each other, they want to hug. The guys want to give each other handshakes and different things like that. So we try to encourage people not to do that. Also, another thing that's happening in the building is that the water fountains are closed down. So another important thing to do is to bring a reusable water bottle with you to school, because a lot of the newer buildings have the filter water fountains where you can press the button and just refill that reusable bottle. So that could be a good tip, to bring a water bottle, because they definitely don't want people sharing water fountains just yet.
What are some tips for maintaining good grades?
Well, definitely staying on top of your assignments. When you get behind, it's kind of catch up. So if you want to maintain good grades, attending school is very important. You want to make sure that your attendance is regular, that you're going to all of your classes, that you are taking notes regularly, you are paying attention to those lessons. You want to make sure that any major assignments that you're, getting from your teachers, you want to write down those dates. I always like to recommend that students keep a planner, but if you don't have a planner and you're more of a phone person, maybe putting those assignment dates in your phone, just keeping them somewhere where you can be aware of bigger assignments, and just making sure that you're turning things in. A lot of times students, are lowering their grades simply by not turning something in. So you want to make sure that you're turning in every single assignment. Summative grades are those bigger test grades in our county, and those can really lower your grades. So you want to make sure you're preparing really well for your tests and quizzes. Creating study guides, maybe getting in a study group, whether it's on Zoom or with your group of friends. And if you need extra help, it's really important for you to self-advocate and reach out to your teachers if you're in need. A lot of teachers will stay after school and work with you if we're still in the virtual format, if you are opting to stay virtual, teachers will have Zoom office hours. They will meet with you. They will help you. We are so excited just to have students back, like I said, and we will, teachers always go above and beyond all the time, but, we're always here to help. And so I think it's really important, if you realize you're falling behind, to not just be silent, but to reach out and ask for help so that you can get the support that you need.
What should a student do if they feel stressed about school?
Well, you should make sure that you're taking time for yourself. I know that sounds silly. A lot of kids, they're involved in so much outside of school and in school that you should just really make sure that you're taking time for self-care. A lot of the things that YHELP advertises, you want to make sure that you're taking that moment just to kind of decompress at the end of the day, to let your worries go, when you're coming home from school. But I think staying organized and just managing your time can take a lot of stress away as well. You don't want to procrastinate and wait to the last minute with your assignments. You definitely, don't want to be failing a bunch of classes and then feeling that kind of stress. So I think if you manage your time and you reach out for help and you are taking time for yourself to kind of just take those moments when it's not school and you're not trying to, worry about school 24/7. I know there are a lot of students who do that too. So, taking that time away from school to just kind of decompress. And then also, when you're in school, if you're feeling stressed, reach out to your counselors. A lot of kids don't even utilize their school counselors, but that's what they're there for too. You can ask to see them at any time. You can go and speak to them about how you're feeling. If it's beyond a level that you can manage, you definitely want to reach out to an adult who has experience helping with that.
Do you have any advice for balancing school with after-school activities?
Well, actually, I do. I used to be pretty involved when I was in high school. I was in a performing arts program. I was an athlete. I was, taking advanced courses and different things like that. Time management, time management, time management. You have to make sure that you're carving out that time every single day that's for yourself, carving out that time every single day that's to get your assignments done, carving out the time to spend time with your family, to read, whatever it is that you enjoy, you need to make a schedule and you need to stick to that every single day so that when you get to your weekends and you don't have a game or you don't have a performance, you can just relax knowing that everything is done. But I'm a list person. I like to make checklists. I like to keep an agenda. I like to do all those type of things. So you could do that. Or if that doesn't work for you, like I said, keeping it in your phone, but you want to stay organized because as soon as you get unorganized or as soon as you're not keeping track of what you need to do or your time or you're missing appointments or missing practices or anything, that can cause a lot of stress. So if you have a lot of activities that you're involved in and you need to balance things, that's my recommendation. Just making sure that everything is scheduled and everything is organized, and I think you'll be successful.
What should you do if you're having challenges with keeping up in class?
Again, we touched on this earlier, but self-advocacy is really, really big. That's just a term that means that you should speak up for yourself. In a lot of schools, the class sizes are really, really large. So as much as the teachers want to make sure that they're, helping every single student, when they say to the whole class, is everyone okay? Does everyone understand? Most of the time it's crickets. And so we take that as, yes, everybody understands and we're going to move on. So if you're falling behind and you're not speaking up for yourself, that's really, really going to put you at a disadvantage. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to your team. Even if you don't want to do it in front of the whole class, find a moment at the end of class and just approach your teacher and say, hey, I think I might need some extra help. Are there any tutoring options? Can I stay after school? Different things like that. There are study groups, there are tutoring sessions. It just all depends on what your school is offering, but there's always help available. So I think you should seek it out and make sure that you're getting the help that you need.
What if you have difficulty making friends in school?
So I think the best way to make friends is to find what you're interested in and then see if your school has an activity or a club or a sport or something related to that interest. Because once you surround yourself with people with similar interests, you guys are going to have that connection. already. And then that's something that you can build a friendship off of. So for instance, when I started high school, I went to a high school completely across the county. I didn't know anyone. All the people that I'd gone to middle school with were going to a different high school. So I decided to try out for the volleyball team. Never played volleyball before, and I just made the freshman team, and those girls became some of my best friends. I'm still currently friends with them 14, 15, 16 years later. So I think, joining a team, joining a club, putting yourself out there, and finding people with common interests will definitely help you in that area.
How can seniors prepare for leaving high school?
Okay, so a valuable resource before you leave high school is to check in with your counselor to make sure that you are on track to graduate. And then they can give you information about whatever path you're seeking after high school, whether that's going directly to work, whether that's going to college, whether that's joining the military. They will have a ton of resources for any path that you're choosing after high school. So checking in with them, getting that information, and then making sure that you're meeting whatever deadlines are necessary for those programs prior to you leaving school. You don't want to graduate and then say, what now, and not really have a plan. So developing that plan with your counselor or another trusted adult within the building. If you're in special education, that could be your case manager, or it could be another teacher that you have a really good relationship with who wants to help you through that process.
Well, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And is there anything else you would like to say to our viewers?
I just want to encourage everyone to come back in the building in person next year. We're going to do our best to make sure that you are safe, and we're just all really, really excited to have our students back and to just start fresh and have a new year of exciting learning. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys all very, very soon.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.
Bye.